and you gotta walk around for half an hour. See what you want. It's that big. It's really, really good. Or Three Sisters is good too. Three Sisters restaurant inside. The steakhouse is good. It's more for like a couple night, you know.
Oh, okay.
For you guys, probably the diner, the Three Sisters diner. Well, I would just go knock out the buffet. Then
Saying we're low class?
no, you just don't have no women with you. You know, if you had some girls with you, I would say go to the steakhouse. But under my breath, when I saw you from Boston, yeah, I had a few things to say about you. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Whirlpool State Park. We are now heading about 2 miles further out to the north, where we're going to visit the New York State Power Authority. We're also going to see Niagara University, and we're going to see the Lewiston-Queenston Bridge. The Power Authority, the New York State Power Authority, was established back in the late 1950s as they started building it. First power in 1961. We produce about 2.4 million kilowatts, 2,400 megawatts, or enough power to supply power to about 2 million homes at the same time. You may think that we get cheaper power rates here, being that we have the Power Authority right here in our backyard. We don't. We pay just as much for a kilowatt or a megawatt as they do in New York City. That's because New York State doesn't really, they don't give us too much of a, they don't take as good a care of us here in Western New York as they should. It's all about New York City. So we don't really receive any discounts on our power, even though that we have the power plant right here in front of us. Any water that is utilized for hydropower never goes over Niagara Falls. It's taken about a mile before Niagara Falls through 2 intakes, and it's running to our right under the city of Niagara Falls and Lewiston to our power plant. It then goes to the pump generating plant, where the water is pumped over the surface, under the streets, to the edge of the gorge, and it drops straight down the gorge area, 200 feet straight down. It goes through these things called penstocks. It's a fancy name for a pipe. The penstocks hold hundreds of thousands of gallons of water, enough water, velocity, and volume to spin the 75-ton turbines and to kick on the 595-ton rotors. Voila, hydropower is born. I'm going to show you a movie that'll explain it a little bit more in depth. That's about as far as I can take it. As we get off here at the exit, we're going to see Niagara University. It's a Vincennes college founded by the Vincennes Fathers back in 1856. Private school, Catholic school, although it is open to all denominations. It's based on the Vincennes faith. Beautiful campus right here in Western New York. Division I hockey, Division I basketball. We'll make the NCAAs once in a while. We have to win our conference tournament. We play in the MAAC with the MAC, with Siena, Iona, Manhattan, those kind of teams. Beautiful campus, Division I hockey. They're getting better. Being so close to Canada, we get a lot of Canadian guys come over. And girls. Division I hockey team for boys and girls. Men and women, just. Out to your left, that is the Lewiston-Queenston Bridge. Connecting Lewiston, New York with Queenston, Canada. That is the biggest of the 4 bridges, about 1,400 feet across. Now, if you look over to Canada, you can see those cement encasings right there to your left. Those are encasing the 15 individual systems on the Canadian side. The American side has 13 individual systems. Each one has a penstock, a turbine, and a generator. So inside that cement would be a giant pipe, a penstock. At the bottom, encased in the cement, would be the turbine and the generator. We can see how many of the systems are being used based on the outtakes when the water's coming back into the river. A little water will evaporate or get churned up with the process, but we don't waste any water and we don't kill any fish. We're going to have a chance to walk across this bridge right here, and we're going to be spending our time over to the left. This is the observation deck, and we're going to go in the basement for the movie. I want to go down to the basement first to get the movie started, and then you guys can have some free time to do what you want to do. I'll get you all set up, and I'll leave you guys be for about half an hour.